Over the past holidays, I returned to my childhood home in Michigan to spend time with my family and relax at home. However, I also had the chance to ski some of Michigan's premier ski resorts, including Boyne Mountain and the Highlands at Harbor Springs. These resorts, located in the snowbelt of Michigan's Lower Peninsula, provide skiers and boarders a place to enjoy winter recreation without having to spend hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars to travel to a ski resort out west. But how do they stack up to other resorts in the area? Do they provide a unique experience to justify visiting if you regularly ski out west? Find out in today's video. Let's begin by discussing the terrain. Both resorts consist of a large single hill that provides the majority of their vertical drop. The difficulty of the terrain is determined by which section of the hill that the ski trail runs through. For example, the steepest sections of the hill that is part of Boyne Mountain are labeled as advanced trails. As you get further away from the advanced section of the mountain, the hill becomes less steep and thus the difficulty rating of the ski trail. Each resort has their fair share of beginner, intermediate, advanced, and experts only runs. The beginner trails of either resort wrap around the hill and usually are the longest ski trail at their respective resorts. They have an extremely shallow pitch and travel through hardwood forests. Intermediate runs can be adjacent to the lifts or off to the sides of the hill. They generally feature a consistent, moderate pitch that flattens out at the bottom. Some of these runs are tree-defined, while others are more open and simply follow just the lift line. Boyne Mountain offers intermediate runs with more consistent pitches, while the Highlands provides longer runs that are more unique from one another. Advanced runs at both resorts often follow the lift line and provide consistently steep pitches. The runs can be tree-defined and provide a single steep section before mellowing out at the bottom. They are usually groomed, however sections, especially along the edges, can remain ungroomed. Although both ski resorts have steep pitches for the Midwest, Boyne Mountain offers steeper runs compared to the Highlands. In addition to the iconic Hemlock Run, other runs such as McLeod and Super Bowl provide steeps for all sections of the hill. The Highlands has some steep runs, but they are concentrated in the Heather Express and North Peak areas. In addition to groomed trails, both resorts offer glades. These glades are primarily made of hardwoods that are native to northern Michigan. These runs are short at both resorts but provide a variety for those looking for terrain off the groomed slopes. And finally, both resorts have some runs that are marked as experts only. These runs have the steepest pitches at the resort. They often have thin coverage and unmarked obstacles such as tree stumps and small rocks. From my experience, Boyne Mountain has the steeper expert level runs. As always, these should be approached with caution and make sure to always ski within your abilities. Both mountains offer fairly modern lifts across all terrain areas. Boyne Mountain features a combination of both high-speed and fixed-grip lifts. On the front side, there is the Mountain Express, a quick and efficient way to the top of the hill. Nearby lifts such as Hemlock, although fixed-grip, provide additional capacity. Within the Disciples terrain area, the Disciples 8 lift provides a modern high-capacity lift solution to the top of that terrain pod. Outside of the terrain pods mentioned previously, fixed-grip lifts make up the rest of the Boyne Mountain lifts. Some of these include the Ramshed lift, which provides access to the terrain park, and the Meadows lift, which provides access to the Meadows terrain area. The Highlands also features a combination of both high-speed and fixed-grip lifts. On the front side, the Heather Express provides access to both intermediate and advanced trails. The Camelot 6 lift, located on the skier's right, provides access to additional intermediate and advanced runs. This lift is the newest at the resort and is heated bubble 6-person lift made by Doppelmayr. Outside of these areas, the rest of the mountain features a series of fixed lifts. Some of these new lifts include the North Peak and Interconnect, while older lifts such as Amy's provide vital access to easier terrain on the mountain. All in all, both resorts provide fairly modern lift setups across all terrain areas and also feature a few unique classic fixed-grip lifts that cannot be found anywhere else. Both mountains' lifts serve all skiable terrain. Both resorts have relatively easy access. They are both located next to nearby towns that have many options for lodging. Boyne Mountain is easily accessed by US 131, which is a major highway that runs south to north on the western edge of Michigan. Additionally, it's only a 10 to 20 minute drive back to Gaylord, where out-of-town visitors traveling from southeast Michigan can get onto Interstate 75 to head back home. The nearby town of Boyne Falls provides additional lodging for those looking to not stay in a resort. Likewise, the Highlands is also very easy to access. It is located off State Route 119, which in turn is located off of US 131. It is a 10-minute drive to the town of Petoskey, which is known for being a fairly lively community. This town also provides additional lodging options for those looking to hit the slopes for multiple days. Both resorts provide free parking for daytime visitors that are conveniently located close to the lifts. There are shuttles provided to allow visitors that have parked further away to have a convenient way to get to the ski lifts. All in all, both mountains provide great access for a Midwestern ski resort. However, the Highlands definitely has the advantage due to its proximity to Petoskey. Now let's discuss the operations of the resorts. Both resorts use snowmaking on the majority of the terrain. There are snow guns located on every major ski trail at the resort. Snowmaking is done throughout the entire season to provide a solid base for skiers and riders. However, the Highlands snowmaking is more advanced and allows for the majority of the mountain to open right around the holidays. In contrast, Boyne Mountain takes until the new year to open additional terrain, especially in the Meadows area. In addition to snowmaking, most runs, regardless of difficulty, are groomed throughout the season. You'll not find moguls or other obstacles that are common at the resorts in the Rockies. This is to make the resorts more family-friendly and ensure that everyone can learn in a more welcoming environment. Both resorts see ample powder throughout the season. Boyne Mountain averages about 140 inches of snow per year, mainly from lake effect snow coming off of Lake Michigan. Depending on the temperature, the snow can be heavy or light and sometimes makes for effortless turns. However, even if there's snow on the lighter side, it is nowhere compared to the powder in the Rocky Mountains. Likewise, the Highlands receives about 120 inches of snow per year. This is also mostly due to lake effect snow. The snow can be wet or dry depending on the temperature. Additionally, due to being low elevation, both resorts can be subject to rain or other forms of non-snow precipitation. This can lead to gradual erosion of the snow base and force resorts to close earlier intermediately so that they can build up their bases. Now it's time to use the skier score to rate Boyne Mountain and the Highlands on 6 categories. Each category will be rated on a 1 to 5 scale. For comparisons of different ski resorts, please use the spreadsheet link in the description. It will be updated periodically. If you want to see what each rating represents, please look at the description located inside of the spreadsheet. For the terrain category, Boyne Mountain gets a 4 and the Highlands gets a 5. For the lifts category, Boyne Mountain gets a 4 and the Highlands get a 4. For the access, Boyne Mountain gets a 3 and the Highlands gets a 4. For the operations, Boyne Mountain gets a 3 and the Highlands gets a 4. For the powder category, both resorts get a 4. For the lodging and accommodations category, since I did not stay on site at both resorts, I have determined this category to be non-applicable. This adds up to a total score of 18 out of 25 for Boyne Mountain and 21 out of 25 for the Highlands. Thank you to everyone for watching. Please consider supporting the channel by subscribing, and I hope you come back for future content. Goodbye!